Super Mario Bros. 3 is crawling with secrets, a lot more than its predecessors. So much so that it's pretty much impossible to cover everything this game has to offer in a single playthrough. Which is why I have tasked myself with uncovering every single secret this game has to offer, from the popular ones, really hidden ones, even the ones I accidentally found in my own playthrough. By the time we're done, no brick block will be left unturned, hopefully. I'll only be covering the NES version, because that's the one I played. Sorry GBA fans. To set some ground rules, what counts as a secret? Surely I can't be listing every single power-up or coin in every single brick block. Well, in my eyes at least, any secret rooms or areas definitely count. P-switches, 1-ups, and stars also count. And finally, if there are any items in brick blocks which can be hard to spot, also count. These are the things that probably matter most to most players. Of course, despite poring over level layouts for hours, I might still miss something. So if I do, I'll need your help to guide everyone else down in the comment section. Now let's start uncovering some secrets. Starting our adventure off in World 1, our first level is probably the most played and recognizable in the whole game. This level introduces us to white blocks, which puts you behind the background if you crouch long enough on them, and will come in useful later, but not now. Everyone also knows if you build up speed with the Super Leaf and follow the trail of coins into the sky, you'll find not only a 1-up, but also a hidden pipe if you fly off even further right, using the clouds as another runway, which leads you to our first secret room, containing a 3 made out of coins. What fewer players might know is that at the last red Koopa near the end of the level, we can use him to break some of these blocks, but not too many, because smashing the top right one reveals our first P-switch of the game, turning the rest of the blocks that we left into coins. Moving on to 1-2, I think it's safe to say that many of us know that these coins near this hovering piranha plant are supposed to turn into brick blocks upon hitting this P-switch under the pipe. Following the brick blocks up to the pipe leads us into another secret room with coins, although this one is much lamer than the first one. What most of us may miss out is that just before entering the pipe, there's a secret 1-up block on the right side of the pipe sitting just off screen. Although it's also important to remember to grab it as it pops out of the block, or after you've gone into the secret area, to respawn the P-switch. After crossing the hill, the right note block is hiding a power-up, and further on at the note block stairs, the rightmost note block is hiding our very first star. 1-3 is quite an important level. Starting off at this small pile of bricks with a red Koopa, use his shell to smash most of the blocks until he's off screen. Grab the hidden power-up in the 4th block from the right, on the 2nd row, and hit the magic note block located on the top right of the question mark block. This brings us to our first coin heaven, a secret room with, you guessed it, lots of coins. If you have a Super Leaf, be sure to keep an eye out. After the 3rd set of coins, fly up to find even more coins surrounding a brick block containing a 1-up. Geez, even the secrets have their own secrets. Backtracking a little, 1-3 is also where we find out wood blocks can hide power-ups, and they're definitely quite easy to find if you hug the walls a lot. Once we get to the semi-solid blocks, we can finally make use of the white block trick that we learned in 1-1 to put us behind the background. Completing the level like this brings us to a secret Toad house, where Toad awards us with our first of the 3 magic whistles in the game. 1-4 is our first auto-scroller, and its first secret comes at the brick platform right before the brick L's. The 3rd block contains a 1-up, but you'll need to be quick to grab it. Afterwards, at the smallest L, its base contains another power-up. Finally, further on at the long reverse L, its head contains another 1-up. A lesser known secret is that if the player collects 44 coins, which is all the coins in the level, with the help of these hidden coins near the Super Leaf and the vertical lines of coins, a white mushroom house will appear upon completion of the level, awarding the player with a P-wing. Let's equip the P-wing that we just got to make things easier for the secret in one castle. After the section with the roto discs, continuously fly up and right, and you should enter a secret chamber. A secret door is located on the very right, so hug the wall and press enter. This takes us to a chest, which contains the 2nd of our 3 magic whistles and completes the level. I'm unsure if it's possible to reach here with just a Super Leaf, and I'm too impatient to try. Good luck though. Try to make sure you have a Super Leaf for 1-5, because at the first opportunity to leave the underground section, take it and jump aligned with the left wall. A magic note block will appear that brings you to Coin Heaven. As far as I can tell, there are no differences between this Coin Heaven and the one in 1-3, so a Super Leaf is required to get the 1-up in the sky again. 1-6 contains a single secret, located at this section with a trapped green Koopa. The 3rd brick block from the right contains a 1-up. And finally, 1 airship contains no secrets. Moving on to the desert world, in 2-1 after the brick stairs, the question mark block on the right contains a star. The brick block at the base of the music blocks also contains a power-up, but you'll need a super leaf to hit it. In our first pipe section, the block within contains a 1-up. Between the two pipe sections, the left wooden block contains a power-up. A super leaf or equivalent is needed to access this brick block room sitting just off screen above the first pipe section, bringing us to a secret room with a P-switch. Grab all the coins and leave for easy access to the second pipe section, although it's just coins. At the final pair of Piranha Plant pipes, take the second one to enter another secret room with another P-switch. Exiting the room spits you out at the first pipe. Grab the coins between the pipes and shame the imposter! 2-2 is pretty straightforward. At the water section, don't fall off the wooden block. We can see the asymmetry between these two pairs of coins. Filling it in awards us with a 1-up. Collecting 30 coins in the level grants us a secret as well, and this can be done using the hidden P-switch found at our first pair of brick blocks over the water. The right one containing the P-switch. After completion of the level, a white mushroom house will appear again, containing an anchor this time. There are no secrets in Two Castle, even though it really looks like there should be one here after this extra set of spikes past the door. Why is this here then? Atop all the pyramids in 2-3 contain power-ups. The second pyramid specifically contains a star. Continuing on to the brick pyramids, you'll want to uncover these series of no blocks to reach this hidden platform. Before jumping off, make sure to uncover these brick blocks on the left as well to uncover this other hidden platform. The left brick contains a P-switch, which once activated, turns the two brick pyramids below into coin pyramids. However, within the first pyramid, you can take the chance to hit the block under the rightmost block on the top layer, revealing a 1-up. Weird, I'm walking on coins. Two Desert has no secrets, completely devoid of coins, power-ups, 1-ups, and other items. Barren, just like the desert. Just you and that goddamn sun. 2-4 has an entire upper section you can access if you have a super leaf or equivalent. In the Cheep Cheep tank, there's a P-switch, which doesn't really do much to be honest. Right before the end of the top path, you'll find these hanging coins and bricks. Hitting the rightmost one on the second row reveals another P-switch, which is also useless. Bouncing on the last no block on the way down does reveal a super leaf though. 2-5 has a secret, it's just not hidden very well. Throwing a Koopa into this very obvious insert Koopa shell here section sprouts a vine into the clouds, which leads you into this room. Make sure to hit the rightmost block first for a power up to break this following block, then you're able to access the hidden P-switch. After leaving, you'll also get another power up and can glide to the finish. 2 Pyramid contains another not so hidden secret. To get there, you'll need a super leaf, or this hidden block. Upon exiting the pipe, manually break your way up into the upper section and hit this exact spot off screen to receive a 1-up. 2 Airship has no secrets again, though we're not done with World 2 just yet. On the world map, if you defeat any of the Hammer Bros, there's a chance they'll drop their hammer. Head to the top right of the map and break this rock, revealing a Toad House with a guaranteed frog suit, at least from my very scientific testing. But that's not all. Once we exit the Toad House, we'll want to fight this pair of Fire Bros. Defeating them will award us with our final magic whistle. Making a splash into 3-1, start the level by immediately going left for a free power-up. Once we hit the first wall, where it seems we have to go deeper, if you want, you can simply jump out of the water over the pipe and walk right to find another power-up. Then jump out to the other side and continue downwards. At the junction, after weaving through the no blocks, we'll find this brick block surrounded by coins, which contains a 1-up. 3-2 is our first infinite star level, though the first one can be tricky to grab. Any further stars require invincibility to still be active, and our next one comes at the second question mark block after the L, and the third one in the question mark block right after. Near the end of the second lift, hit the third block here to reveal a P-switch, turning these coins left of the exit pipe into bricks, allowing you to hit this hidden block containing a 1-up. Just make sure you grab it. After entering the exit pipe, if you have a Tanuki or equivalent, you can fly upwards and access this hidden lift. Jumping here reveals another hidden 1-up. In 3-3, at this long brick section, we can use this Koopa to reveal this P-switch, which allows us to grab the power-up. At the 2 ice blocks, the 1 brick block beside them is another P-switch, which we can use the ice blocks to uncover, allowing for a clear path to the end. Before we enter the exit pipe, we can go further right for a secret island with a 1-up. Of course, it is highly recommended to kill boss bass before you try this, either with a Koopa shell or a fire flower. Alternatively, you could use a super leaf if you've built up your P meter enough from the run. 3 Castle is a pick a door. The 6th door is the correct one, The fifth one leads you to a 1-up. The rightmost door leads you into this coin room with these hidden coins. And for any of the other doors, make sure you hit all the way to the leftmost pipe for 2 potential power-ups, which respawn every time you enter any of the doors again. Missed this jump like an idiot in 3-4? Fear not, these 2 hidden brick blocks can give you a lift up. The right block under this hanging piranha plant pipe contains a P-switch, and this right block contains a power-up. When Lakitu appears, this second block reveals a 1-up. Just be sure to grab it before Lakitu spots you. 3-5 plunges us back into the depths. But similar to 3-1, we can use a P-wing to escape getting wet, although there's really not much to see up here. And I'm talking about both times. Alright fine, let's embrace our watery destinies and equip the frog suit for this level instead. After these white donut stairs, we'll need to use our swimming prowess to beat the current of these jet pipes and enter it without its consent. Be sure to hug right before we emerge, because if not, we'll get stuck and we'll have to try again. Guess we can't jump that high even though we're a frog. If we do it right, we'll be awarded with 3 of these green shrooms. After exiting the secret area, go back left to this hanging jet pipe. The right side is hiding one last green shroom. Back to auto scrollers in 3-6. Add the 3 ice blocks, use one of them to hit the first block on the right, revealing a P-switch and turning all the bricks into coins. Hit this block above to reveal a 1-up. Now just pray it goes right. Or do it early enough to catch it when it goes left. At the start of 3-7, hug the topmost wooden block to reveal a power-up. At this suspicious block of 15 bricks, the second block from the right of the topmost row contains a 1-up. Moving along some more until we reach the 2 U's. Hitting the upper U's left block reveals a vine. On the left, follow the coins to reveal a useless P-switch. Before heading down, go back to the vine and get on top of the block. Not sure if a jump works, but if you have a super leaf, float down to the right to reveal another hidden cloud platform. Align yourself with the middle to reveal a magic note block, leading you into Coin Heaven. No hidden 1-up in Coin Heaven this time, just coins and a cloud power-up at the end. If you'd like to end the level in a more traditional way, at these blue stairs, the wooden block on the second step contains a power-up. There are no secrets in 3 Castle 2. In 3-8, at this tower of ice blocks, we'll want to quickly grab one of them as the water is receding. Float down to this block and hit it to reveal a 1-up. Or you could also use that handy tail of yours if you have a super leaf. At the junction with the lift, head down for this P-switch. After hitting it, run to the top path and hit this block in the stack of 3 coins for a 1-up. If 44 coins are collected, a white mushroom house will appear, containing another P-wing. At the first bullet bill cannon in 3-9, the 6th block in the row of blocks above contains a power-up. Heading into the underwater section using any of the 2 pipes and hitting all the way left to this pipe brings us to a similar hidden room as before. Make sure to hold right as you emerge to grab your frog suit. Back on the surface, at this ice block note block formation, the middle note block contains another power-up, and the ice and wood sculpture afterwards also contains a 1-up hiding within this brick block, pretending to be an ice block. You're not one of us, pal. 3 airship, similar to the previous world, contains no secrets, but the map itself does contain 2 secret islands. You'll need a hammer from a hammer bro to break this rock to access the boat that will take you to both islands. Enjoy the loot. I hope you're good at this damn aligning minigame. I know I'm not. Starting off in the Land of Giants, if you have a super leaf or equivalent, head to this pipe section and make a big enough runway for yourself. Then fly above the waterfall to reveal another secret waterfall. Swim up the waterfall and head all the way to the left. The pipe brings you to a hidden room. Avoid the Big Berthas, hit the middle block and third block from the right to reveal 2 1-ups. And the exit pipe takes you to the right side of the pool. Float down to skip most of the rest of the level. Add the P-switch in 4-2. Activate it and hit the L to produce a 1-up. Be quick enough to collect all 24 coins and you'll be awarded with a white mushroom house at the end of the level. This white mushroom house contains an anchor. If you have some sort of flying equipment in 4-3, after the hanging spiny shell, fly upwards and you'll find this section with coins. Yep, that's it. After you fall down into the narrow section, the leftmost of these brick blocks contains a 1-up. Add the 5 pipes in 4 Castle. The middle one takes you into an underground section where the second last question mark block contains a power-up. Hit these 2 hidden blocks to get out. Equip a frog suit for 4-4. For 4-4. At the beginning, head down to this jet pipe. Using our froggy powers, swim past it into the pipe that it was blocking off. This leads you to 2 P-switches and a whole boatload of coins. Whether this is worth the frog suit or not, I'll leave that up to you to decide. At the section with the 4 bullet bill cannons in 4-5, use the bullet bill from the tall cannon to hit this suspicious block. Doing so reveals a vine. Use another bullet bill to get onto the vine, leading to a pipe, which leads us into a hidden room with a Tanuki suit and a P-switch. Grab the Tanuki before hitting the P-switch. Once you do, blue coins will appear outside the room, so head back out and float with your new suit to collect them. 4-6 is split into giant and normal worlds, although all the goodies are in the normal world. The only thing the giant world has to offer is at the beginning. The top right block in the brick cage at the start contains a 1-up. Once we enter the normal world, we can go back to the same cage where the third block on the lower row contains a star. Using a super leaf or equivalent, fly upwards above the doors to the clouds where there's a hidden life here. Another star can be found at this wooden block section after we drop down. And finally, another life can be found in between these 2 piranha plant pipes. The secret in 4 Castle 2 isn't the very obvious silhouette of the door. It comes after you conquer this pipe tower. Before we go into the orange pipe, hit these 3 hidden blocks to reveal a 1-up that's off screen. After you enter the pipe and get your 3 lives, if you have a super leaf or equivalent, fly up into the left corner to get a room full of coins. 4 airship has no secret. Hey, look at that, a free power-up. We start Skyworld on the ground, but let's use a P-wing to fly anyway. Also, because there's no room to get a running start, so... Start the level by flying directly up until you see this pipe, which will bring you into this room. Head down until you reach another pipe, and enter that, which will put us back in the main level just under the stage. Here we'll get 4 entire 1-ups. Head up using your P-wing until you reach these bricks. The leftmost one spawns a P-switch. Hitting it and going back down reveals 2 massive 3s made out of blue coins. And I'm pretty sure hitting back down into the pipe and coming back up resets the P-switch. So do with that information what you will. We're turning back for real this time, but not before we intentionally lose our P-wing, because we'll need to be small for this next secret. Head to this high ledge that we can't reach and jump to reveal a hidden coin block to boost you to this ledge. Run across the gaps and you'll get a music box and complete the level. For those of you who would like to complete the level normally, if you start the level with a star and reach the bottom of the stairs with the flowers, the block will contain another star. Otherwise, it'll just be a coin. Further on past the chain chomp, the 4th block from the left contains another star. The secret in 5-2 most of us missed on our first playthrough was platforming through this precarious snow block section at the beginning of the level once the pipe spits us out. Damn you, Super Leaf! You tempted me. Successfully navigating through the bricks gets us to a pipe back to the surface, where we can continue on to another pipe that leads us into another secret room, with a power-up for you to break these blocks and reveal 3 extra lives. And that'll be the entire level, as the bottom path contains no secrets. Grab a Goomba Shoe in 5-3, then head over to these mulchers. The second block from the right will contain a 1-up. 5 Castle has quite a tricky secret. After the first swamp, we'll need a super leaf which you can grab from this question mark block. But we're still unable to clear this steep ledge afterwards. We'll have to go back down past the first swamp to get a running start and manage your P meter to have just enough flight to get up here. Once we're up here, we'll have to blindly hit 3 1-up blocks. I probably shouldn't have collected that coin arrow. The secrets in 5 Tower are somehow even worse. You'll need a P-wing to uncover these. In the sky section, the middle brick of the subsequent tower holds a 1-up. At the pipe, we'll need to break past these bricks to the other side, but our direct path is blocked by unbreakable blocks. So we'll have to make do and break the brick blocks over the pipe. Upon reaching the other side, we are greeted with a lone block that contains a 1-up, but that's not all. The skybox for this section goes really high, and we have the luxury of trying to blindly hit the 2 remaining bricks. The lower one is nearer to the castle, and the higher one is positioned in between the previous 2. Good luck hitting them and catching them in such a short time frame. Oh, and don't forget, there's still 2 more sections to this castle, so don't spend too long here. This is definitely the most skippable secret in this game. In 5-4, we can take a shortcut and skip most of the level if we grab a super leaf early and charge our P meter to fly on up to these upper clouds. After gliding down, the level is mostly over. 5-5, head to the second covered pipe and using either your tail or one of the paratroopers' shell, break open the pipe and enter it. You'll be rewarded with a Tanuki suit. Just take care when coming out, because both the blocks here and here contain a regular super leaf that'll try to take your Tanuki away. Also in 5-5, if you collect 28 coins, a white mushroom house will appear. This white mushroom house contains a P-wing. 5-6 contains one secret. At the long platform with the 3 bricks underneath it, hit the second one from the right to reveal a P-switch to make your life easier for the next section. 5-7 is another infinite star level, so let's jump in as Starman. I'll cover the top route first. Our first and second stars are on the leftmost question mark blocks out of their sets of 3, with a power-up in between them. The third and fourth are in the blocks nearest to the piranha plant on the left and right respectively. The other block on the left contains a 1-up. The next one is on the block attached to this huge brick wall. The one after that is in the block above the pipe. If we were to take the bottom route, the first 4 stars remain the same. Once we're in the subworld, the block on this pillar of 3 will house our 5th star, and the block beside this green semi-solid has the next. Regardless if your star has run out or not, the left note block will still give you one, with the last star being in the brick block right beside the highest platform. But for some reason, I can't seem to exit the pipe while I'm Starman. Oh well, our work isn't done here anyway. A P-wing is recommended for this next secret, because high in the sky is this brick structure. The column with the gap is where a P-switch resides. Hit it to turn all the surrounding blocks into coins, which is also why a P-wing is recommended. It takes quite a lot of P-meter to even get up to the P-switch. The only secret that 5 Castle 2 has is this row of question mark blocks contains a star on the last block. 5-8, 5-9, and 5 Airship all do not contain secrets. So here's an interesting fact about 5-9. The final lift to complete the level will not spawn if there are too many sprites on screen, causing you to fail the level. So kill your flame chomps or bring a P-wing. To start our icy adventure, bring along your toasty Tanuki suit or equivalent and venture on till you see the first Pitui. Kill it to get running space and fly up till you see a door. Hit to the top path and hit the P-switch, and collect the bounty on the bottom. You don't have to be Small Mario to do this, as the ice lets you keep most of your momentum. You'll need to be quick to nab this one up in 6-2 near this giant wooden L. In 6-3, near this giant ice L, use the Koopa to hit the lone block to reveal a vine. Climb the vine to reach a pipe that gives you a Tanuki suit. Use the suit to fly up to the left corner to get coins. Also, there's a poorly hidden 1-up later in the level that you'll need to use a lift for. In the second blue section of 6 Castle, use the Tanuki suit that you definitely kept to fly upwards after the second pillar to reach this platform and block that grants you a 1-up. If you didn't manage to keep the Tanuki suit, it's okay because the nearest block to the Rotodisc contains a star. We'll enter 6-4 with a P-wing to make things easier. Grab 1-up at this lone block right before the lift. Once on the lift, uncover the hidden magic note block by hugging the ice and ascend into coin heaven. No secret 1-up in this coin heaven either. Once we come crashing down, hit slightly back to the P-switch. Hit it, then fly up and you'll see this cross, which is a sign that you need God, and is also a good source of income. After 2 rotating platforms, fly up again to find a mysterious ring of 8 coins. It's a 1-up again. In 6-5, the only gap that really matters is the gap right above these ice blocks with the super leaf. The leftmost block of the top row contains a 1-up. In 6-6, I feel like it's worth mentioning that the top path gains you a fire flower. Afterwards, this wooden block has a hidden star. Maybe kill that jumping Cheep Cheep beforehand though. They really tend to mess things up. Once we enter the water, hug the ceiling until we reach this dead end. There's a life hidden outside the water. In 6-7, the next stage, after the fire flower, hop onto the donut block and jump to hit a hidden block off screen to reveal another 1-up. Also, if you collect all 78 coins in the level, a white mushroom house will show up containing an anchor. There are no secrets in 6 Castle 2. In 6-8, find the H made of ice and get on its upper right arm. Jump to reveal yet another hidden 1-up block. Near the end of the level, either by yourself or utilizing these enemies, unveil the P-switch, then fly up to this giant block of coins and collect them before the timer runs out. Again, a P-wing would be ideal for this purpose. 6-9, nice, is a level of multiple paths. Taking a P-wing into the mission, fly upwards instead of going into the pipe. We'll be met with this red Koopa guarding this 1-up. Destroy him and claim your prize. Jump to the other side to finish the level. If you're short on P-wings or prefer getting wet, equip a frog suit instead. At the first junction with the Big Bertha, use that froggy goodness to swim past the current and into this pipe. The big question mark block contains 3 of those green shrooms everybody's eating nowadays. Exit the pipe and go to the top section. Unearth the hidden block and P-switch, which teaches us that P-switch also turn molters into coins. And if you collect them, then you're a goddamn murderer. In 6-10, we'll want to hit past the 3-block wide wall and pick up the fire flower to mount the 2 molters directly above this pipe, not too far after. We'll then head back to the wall and hit this block to reveal a vine. Climb the vine and hit the leftmost block to reveal a P-switch. Now, we'll use the Mulcher murdering trick that we just learned and apply it to the wall and the 2 Mulchers we melted. We are awarded with a hammer suit, at the cost of not being able to slide down this slope. In 6 Castle 3, geez, there's 3 castles in World 6. Anyway, we'll use the running space given to us at the start to fly up to this platform containing a 1-up. Continue on until we touch down on solid ground again and repeat to fly above the thwomp. This time, it only leads us to coins, but a very much skipped level. 6 airship has no secrets. I'm starting to sense a pattern here. Let's make our lives a little easier by starting off Pipe World with a P-wing. After the first section, fly up above these blocks and hug the wall and jump to reveal our first 1-up. Continue on past the note block and hit the invisible block beside these 2 brick blocks to get our second one. Just make sure you catch it. Our last and final 1-up can be found right before the exit pipe. Simply use a paratrooper for a boost and claim it. Let's equip a frog suit for 7-2. After we reveal all the note blocks, go to the middle one and jump for a 1-up. In the underwater section, all the way to the left, you'll find coins and a P-switch. Collect all the coins before hitting the P-switch. These will make the blocks that we passed on the way here turn into coins. Collecting all of them will make a white mushroom house spawn after completing the level. It really is quite tricky, as the timing is very tight coupled with how much area you have to cover, with the slight jankiness of the movement. But if you manage to do so, you'll be awarded with a P-wing. 7-3 is another infinite star level. Good news, it provides the star this time, in the very first block of the level. The subsequent stars can be found in the bottom left block both times, the brick block under the question mark block when Lakitu spawns, and on both sides of the pipe. There's also a P-switch that gives you 8 coins, so it really isn't worth stopping for. You could always go back later anyway. Enter 7-4 with a Tanuki or equivalent and fly up before entering the pipes. We will be met with a secret area containing 2 1-ups. The entirety of 7 Castle is technically a secret. At least you have to expose its secrets to complete the level. But in case you didn't, here's how to complete it as Small Mario. Run to the first door, enter it, go to the far right, enter that door, parkour, get a power up, return back to the original room, hit this specific row of blocks, hit the P-switch, don't fall down, enter the secret door, enter the vertical pipe, get a Tanuki, go back through the door to this room, fly at this rotodisc area past the original door to get into the secret pipe, fight Boom Boom, and finish the level. 7-5 is filled with blocks that block our path, but the only 2 that really matter is this pipe right beside the 5 question mark blocks and the second last pipe which has a hidden 1-up lurking in the gap. The one secret in 7-6 is found all the way at the top of the tower on the left side. A 1-up is hiding above the second block. There are no secrets in 7-7. Yes, I know I said I was going to cover stars, but these ones aren't hidden. You'll need them to complete the level. And aside from them, there aren't any more secrets, okay? In 7-8, after the 4 starting piranha plants, if you have a P-wing, you can fly above the next 5 pipes for coins. After you come down, there's also a star in the left question mark block, a super leaf in this corner brick block right after, a 1-up after that in the middle block, another hidden coin block above the next hanging pipe, and a magic no block after you drop down. But we're not done yet. After descending from Coin Heaven, enter the next pipe on the right that takes you to a secret hammer suit. After you emerge and carry on for a while, the middle question mark block above these flowers also contain a 1-up. Really compensating for all the other levels, aren't you, 7-8? Before we enter the pipe maze that is 7-9, the middle note block contains a power-up. If you happen to stumble upon these 2 Paragoombas, the room on their left contains a 1-up block, in between the 2 coin trails that I just collected. Great, now I know where oh, there it is. And it's gone. In 7 Castle 2, on the first platform that we can stand on beside the piranha plant, the adjacent block has a star to help you through the level for a while. 7 Piranha Plant 1, 7 Piranha Plant 2, and 7 Airship have no secrets. 8 Big Tank, 8 Battleship, 8 Hand Trap 2, 8 Hand Trap 3, and 8 Airship all have no secrets. Yeesh, what a rough start. In 8 Hand Trap 1, aka the Cooper Brothers trap, does hide a power-up in the third block from the right of the bottom section in the Hammer Bros section. Now we're talking. Equip a P-wing for 8-1 and fly directly up for a P-switch. Hit it, then drop back down for the mother load of coins. Some of them are even off screen, damn it. After that, keep flying high past the piranha plants until you hit this pipe. Enter it for 3 big green shrooms. If you missed out on the pipe, a star can be found in between these cannons, and 1 life can be found in the second question mark block further on. If you're trapped in between these cannons with the bushes, the 5th bush has a hidden block to help you get out. In 8-2, sinking into the quicksand leaves you with 2 paths. The left one takes you to a power-up. The The right one takes you to a bunch of coins, only recommended if you already have a Tanuki, else you'll leave poor like me. Beyond the quicksand is a P-switch on the downslope, giving you an alternative path to the bouncy gnome blocks. Hang on, because 8 Castle is a doozy. If you go into the first door to the gray half, then go back all the way left, you get a power up, though it probably isn't worth it. In the blue half, find this H and closing a door. The top right arm of the H contains a P-switch that will shut off all conveyors for a short while. Enter the door and jump to the next door in the gray section. This spits you out right underneath the 1-up. You can still break it if you're big. After that, return to the gray section and head into the very next door again. This spits you out at the diagonal and horizontal thwomp section. Bait out the horizontal thwomp and quickly grab the 1-up he's guarding in this block. Head either into the door behind the thwomp or the one at the end of the hall to get back into the gray half. Platform until you get to this door on the 3 blocks. Enter it and you find a P-switch. Hit it and go back through the door. The P-switch allows this door in the nook to spawn. Hurry and enter it to get an extra life. When you come back, hit only the right block in the 3 block gap so the 1-up can roll down to you. You are now trapped down here, so proceed on until you hit this section where you duck under the spikes. Enter the door on the other side of the spikes, but still on the conveyor. Then enter the door on the right after that. Now hit to the far right and claim your last 1-up. If that wasn't to your liking, let's backtrack to the door on the 3 blocks and check an alternative route. Hit the P-switch and hit back again, but instead of falling into the pit, jump over it and hit the block to reveal a star. While the star is active, rush to the conveyor belt section and hit this other block to prolong your start time. Much simpler, but a lot less cool. 8 Super Tank has no secrets, and our final level has 1 secret. 2, but I'll talk about the other in another short. After ascending these steep stairs with the roto discs, the corner contains a single life, which means as long as you manage to reach this section every time you fail, you get to keep trying again and again until Bowser is defeated. And that was every secret I could find in Super Mario Bros. 3. Did you learn something new? Did I miss something out? Feel free to share so in the comment section down below. Regardless, I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.